Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and as you can see, I am going to show you what is inside of my Geiger macro Kensington. As you can see, I have it sitting on my crossbody right now, and I have packed it with everything that I would take on a business trip. So I wanted to make sure before I kept it that it would fit everything that I needed and that I would typically carry. So I packed it full of everything I would take. So again, this measures 19.29 across, 13.78 in height, and it's 6.29 in depth. And the strap drop is 25.954 inches, and this is according to the Kurt Geiger website. And if I were to measure with my tape right now, once it is packed, it doesn't exactly look like it is, well, I guess it does look like it's 19, but from the back it didn't, because it's kind of a little squished. So let's take a look and see what is inside, as I know that's what you're really interested in. If I were to lift this up, oh my gosh, it is really heavy. So, but as you can see, it still keeps its shape really well. And it's just heavy. And that's why I wanted to make sure that it would really, I wish it had that slip pocket in the back to where it could slide over the carry-on and it can just sit there, because I really don't want to be carrying this. Okay, so this is the inside. This is what it looks like with everything that I would carry. As you can tell, there's still quite a bit of room. And I could actually stuff a little bit more in here. Let me show you, like, if I wanted to take a small bag with a change of clothes, if I had a checked baggage and this was all I was carrying, and I needed, you know, my suitcase got lost and I needed just a change of clothes. In here is underwear, a yoga type business pants, and a blouse. So that's what I fit into this compression bag. And I could actually stuff it in this bag as well, as you can see. I don't know what else I could stick in here, but I could probably, I mean, there's a little bit more room. It just gets heavier and heavier. With that little bag, it still closes, as you can see, and I don't have any issues. So I have this little notebook right here next to me with my notes. I probably could stuff this sucker in here too and be fine. So that fits in there as well. So you could probably include a little book also. See, so that, and you can tell that there's still a little bit more room. So, I mean, you really could stuff this full. And what I did notice, I looked on the Chanel website, because as you know, they have the Chanel large XXL bag, which, you know, we all want because it's beautiful. But it's going for $6,100 USD. And that bag actually measures 18.3 width and 11.2 in height and 6.5. So this bag is actually bigger than that Chanel large, extra large bag. So if you're like me, you want a bag big enough, that's cute, and will carry all your items. So actually, let's take a look and you can see what I will take. So I typically don't take an extra pair of clothes in my bag unless I'm checking a bag. Now, if I'm taking carry-on, I will not have this. I will always have a reusable bottle, so there we have there. I will always have a crossbody of some sort about this size. Typically, it is my Toomey. Sometimes it's a Kate Spade. Sometimes it's a Marc Jacobs, but it's typically a crossbody about this size. So, and that's for when I get to my location. I'm not hauling around a large bag. And of course, antibacterial wipes, sunglasses, and a mask, And here's my charger cables. I include a little, a couple of cords for my phones, for my tablet, and a little charging brick in there, and a thumb drive, all in that little bag. So you can see that's what was in the front, and that's empty. There isn't anything else in there. So I thought that the chain here was going to be annoying, and I've not carried this bag yet, so not quite sure. But what I do like is that when I'm traveling with the chain there, it actually keeps everything in that back pocket secure, because I'm typically not going to take it out while I'm zooming through the airport. So that's actually really good. And I did put my phone in this little back pocket here, and it fits great. I probably would put my work phone or my personal phone, depending the time of day. So here I put a Samsung S20 in there. And then I've also added in 3 magazines. I typically will take 3 magazines to read during travel, layer, whatever, when I get to the hotel room. And so I included that in, because that really is what I really would take those. And then here is my laptop that I would take. This laptop is 13 inches and 8 3/4 in width. So it fits really good. And then I also would take my agenda. This is a Levenger agenda soft cover, and I believe it's in A5. So this I would take, and you can see how thick that is, and it fits in there great. I also take this little travel kind of little liquids. It includes everything I would need. Again, this has to do with suitcases being lost. And again, this is more important if I have if I'm checking a baggage, to include this. But it's such a habit to just have this little case in my bag. And then I have a little pouch. And this pouch, of course, just has like your hand sanitizer, your lip glosses, lotion, dental floss, just things like that you feel like you need. And it's just this little pouch. And so this fits. This little pouch is 7.5 inches in width and about 5 inches in height. So this fits as well. And that is it. I mean, there is nothing left in this bag, and all of this actually fit. And this really is everything I would take. And that actually includes this little book with my notes on it. So you could actually have a physical book that you want to take and include it in there. The only other thing that's missing is my iPad, which I am recording on. I would take that with me too, but you know that it's a 10.5 iPad Pro, and it actually, you could tell that it had room in it, and I would actually take that in place of this. So it does fit. So I'm actually really liking it, and like I said, the only thing is it not having that the little slip to put on your carry-on, because it's just really heavy. It's like taking a duffel bag. Okay, so there's 2 things you're probably asking. You probably have a Mac Pro. Now this one's a 13-inch. But if you look at this other laptop I have, let me move this. This is also a 13-inch. So, but the Mac Pro, this is called a 13-inch, but it actually measures 12 across and 8.5 in width. And this one here actually measures 13 and 8 3/4. And then I have this bigger laptop, and if you look at this, it is really huge. And this one right here measures, this HP measures 14.5 and 9.5 in the width. So this one would probably be called a 15-inch, and you can see the big difference. So since this laptop fit, you know this is going to fit fine. And you can see the width difference. This is a lot slimmer. So we don't have to try this out in the bag. But this one here, it's really, really huge. So you probably will want to see if it will fit into this bag. So obviously you can tell that it is going to fit. So it fits in there fine. So you also probably want to know, let's throw our 3 magazines back in there. So that'll go in. Great. And then we have my A5 Levenger agenda. And most of you may have the Louis Vuitton GM agenda, right? So let's check the size. So as you can see, my Levenger is actually about 1/2 inch taller in height and is actually a lot thicker in depth. So it is the same size across. So you know that this would fit because this is the one that I'm taking and it's a lot larger. So let's stick this in there with the larger laptop, and you can see that this will fit. And as you can see, I could actually sit it upright like that. And so I would stick this back in there. I would stick this back in there. Gonna have to play Tetris a little with these straps, but you can see it's all going in. And then again, put my bag in. I mean, I would use this bag, you know, as I'm strolling through the airport, and then when I'm getting ready to board, I would stick it in the bag. But there you go. Put all this back in. Put the phone back in its slot. And then again, we could say that this right here, let's just say it's my iPad. But again, this is a lot thicker than my iPad. So it would slot right in there. And there you have it. That's everything we just put in there. And you can see there's still a little bit more room. And actually, if I put this here, and if we wanted to, we probably could still put that extra set of clothes right here in the front. And there you have it. It is packed full. It really is. Now we want to see if we can close it. And it still closes. But goodness, it is really, really heavy. So you can see that it really fits everything, and it uses all of its bulk. So now that we have it completely full, you can see that let's see. That really is going about 6 3/4. It's using all of it, and it's bulging out. So it is heavy, and it is, oh my goodness, but it fits everything, and you're not struggling to close it, and that's what's really fantastic about it. So I really think, I didn't think I was going to keep it. I was a little worried that the chain was really going to annoy me. And again, I've not used this on any travel. So, but from what I can see is that knowing that this chain helps everything to stay inside. So what if I were to open the bag and do this and it fall out? See, everything in that back would stay in, and all of this didn't fall out. But so if I just went down and it went like this, so it's actually really great. And I can see why the chain is here. It's meant to kind of keep the weight upright, and so that it kind of helps with not putting all of the weight on the flap, but it actually helps with that kind of distributing the weight into the midst of the bag itself. So I actually really like it. So I think this is a keeper. So there you have it. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments.